What's up guys, Zame here and you're watching Heavy Metal Pomp. Today I've got another Pomade review for you and we're gonna continue looking at more stuff from Prof Spike. Previously we had a look at their clay, but for today we're gonna look at the Prof Spike Redhawk. Now this is an orthodox water-based pomade with a strong hold, which I normally just dub as a firm hold. And of course I want to thank Aziz for sending me this. Thanks bro. And without further ado, we're gonna take a closer look at the jar right now. And here we have the Prof Spike Redhawk. Comes in a 5.3 ounce transparent plastic tub with a white lid. Has a reflective red label on the lid with silver text and detailing, as well as their mascot, and it looks really good. You get a similar red and silver label on the side with the product name. You get some information on one side, and you get the ingredients and directions on the other side as well. The overall presentation is really nice and I think it looks pretty unique. And if you open it up, you get this red gel inside. The scent is cranberry apple, and cranberry and apple is pretty much what you get. It's a sweet fruity scent, and while I'm not normally a fan of those, it's actually not a bad one. It's also a scent that stays fairly subtle throughout the day, so even if you don't like it, you're not really gonna notice it. Now scooping it out, just like you can expect from a gel type, it scoops out really thick. Breaking it down, really easy, and you get that typical tacky gumminess from a gel type water based. Going into the hair, does have some grip to it, but I don't think it's that terrible. As you can tell, I'm applying into completely dry hair and not really getting that much tugging or pulling, but there definitely is some resistance to it. Of course, if you want to refrain from any form of tugging or pulling, just apply into damp or towel dried hair. The scent is noticeable as you're applying it, but with most gel types, it pretty much fades down after the first hour or two. And as for the shine, it's supposed to give a high shine, but that's pretty much not the case. What I normally get is this slowish sort of medium shine, especially after it dries down, you get less shine. Flicking it back, goes through really easily. There's not really that much resistance, and the slickness isn't terrible either. Gonna style my hair now. Talk to you again in a bit. And I think I'm pretty much just gonna call that done. So as you can tell, I'm getting a good amount of height. My sides are holding down really nicely. This pomade has a fairly decent amount of slickness to keep everything nicely together, getting that medium shine that will dull down into a low shine, and the scent is subtle but present. So anyways, let's talk more about Redhawk. Now Redhawk, even though it's an orthodox water-based pomade, is not a white label product. In fact, it's actually a home-brewed water-based pomade. According to the brewer, the reason behind the packaging and the product type is to give people the familiarity of a white label product while giving the quality of a home-brewed one. And while I'm not normally a fan of gel-type water-based pomades, I actually think that this is a pretty good one. Now as you saw earlier on, application with this stuff is pretty standard for a gel-type water-base. It scoops out really thick and gummy, breaks down the same, and goes into the hair with a little bit of resistance. It has a pretty decent amount of slickness, and while it's not the best, it doesn't feel overly gummy and tacky. Styling with this stuff is also pretty intuitive. It goes where you want it to without forcing your hair into a blocky shape. You also get a decent amount of hold with this. Even though it's not as strong as I thought it would be, you get this lightweight medium to firm hold, which is still more than enough to work with. Just like most gel types, this does harden up in the hair, but it doesn't harden up too quickly, so you have ample amount of time to style with. And it also doesn't harden up too much to where your hair feels like it's a helmet. And because it does harden up, that does help with the overall endurance even in hot weather, so that's not entirely a bad thing. And as for washing it out, just like you can expect with a gel type, just one rinse gets the job done. It also doesn't leave the hair feeling dried out and lifeless, so that's definitely a good thing. So anyways, final verdict on the Prof Spike Redhawk. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. Even though it's not anything groundbreaking, there's no denying the fact that this is a good water-based pomade. It's really user-friendly and has a good overall performance, so this is definitely worth checking out. If you're getting your feet wet into pomades, or if you're looking to get something for a kid or a teenager, this is a good option, especially for the quantity that you get. I mean, 5.3 ounces of product for a decent performing gel type, I think that's a pretty good deal. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Hope you liked the review. Do leave a comment down below, subscribe to my channel right here, or you can check out my last video right here. I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.